Hi, y'all, Liz here, and I've got your daily lizard. I'm still talking about the ideas that are coming from Tom Peters and the Little Big Things and the pursuit of excellence. There are a ton of things in this book that qualify for actions that you can do on a regular basis that will lead you to success. The one that we're going to talk about today is control yourself. Just control yourself a little bit more, but especially around areas that you can't do a whole heck of a lot about. If you can change something to keep yourself from getting frustrated, irritated, annoyed, aggravated, whatever the word is that you want to use, great. Change that. Make that change happen. But there are some things that you are allowing yourself the luxury of frustration around that you shouldn't, period. There are some things you can't control, so you need to manage yourself better. If you want to be the leader in your company, you cannot afford to be melting down. You cannot afford to be getting upset, aggravated, frustrated. Not even for other people, but for yourself. It is counterproductive for you. You have other things that you need to be spending your energy on. Tons of other things that you need to be spending your energy on. I'm just going to give you a couple of quick examples. If you're in the service industry, then sometimes people don't show up for work. They don't show. They get sick. Maybe they go out the night before and they drink too much and they get a hangover and they don't want to come in. Sometimes they lie about being sick. Guess what? People aren't going to show up for work all the time. Can't let that bother you. Tiny problem. That is something that is always going to happen. And for you, it needs to be status quo, check mark. If you try to eradicate things that are absolutely going to happen, then you're going to spend way too much of your precious energy and time, all of your resources, on fixing things that don't actually need to be fixed. That's something that's going to happen. All right, cool. Just learn how to accept it. Just be okay with it. If you have one person that's causing a ton of trouble, get rid of that person. But guess what? That also does not need to be aggravating, irritating, annoying, frustrating. It doesn't need to be any of those things. It's just the job. That's it. So look for the things that you can't change, because if you could, you'd be a billionaire if you could make it so that nobody ever skipped a day of work again. You'd be doing something different than what you're doing right now, right? Absolutely. All right, so manage yourself. Now, if you struggle to manage yourself and you're like, but I'm just this kind of person, great. You need to learn a little bit more about who you are, why you react the way that you do, the things that are triggers for you, and you probably need to spend a little bit more time working on those things. One way you could do that, come to our DISC cruise in October. At the beginning of October, we are doing a cruise and we will be talking all about DISC assessments and how DISC impacts you, who you are, how you respond, how you react, how other people respond and how they react, and how you can manage it better. Get the information down below, but for today, here's your action. Figure out one thing that you know frustrates you all the time. It's something that you can't change. It's always going to be this way. Everybody complains about it, and figure out your plan. What are you going to do instead of complaining? Instead of being triggered? Instead of being frustrated? What are you going to do instead? Just one plan, that's it. That's your action for today. Talk soon. Bye.